Come on. There we go. Come on, baby. Ah. What's crapping in Fun Seekers? Today, I'm with one of my favorite Fun Seekers, Steve Parker. He's got some future car collection plans because you gotta purge and then reacquire. Is that what you do, Steve?
That's exactly right.
So he's got his thought processes veered off into another direction. So we're gonna try to help him sell off a couple of cars. And we're gonna start with this pickup truck. And this thing is absolutely incredible. So let's check it out. Showtime, homeboy.
1950 F1. It was built from donated parts from a 89 Crown Victoria. The 50302 engine, AOD transmission, and 8.8 differential. The motor's got a little camshaft, Elderbrock manifold, Holley carburetor, and ceramic coated Sanderson headers. But other than that, it's not a race motor by any means.
Sounds pretty good though.
Transmission's been gone through, but it's stock converter, stock setup. Rear end's got all new bearings and axle bearings, but we took it had a ridiculous gear in it, like I forget what it was,
probably a 256 or something.
259, I think.
259, yeah.
And so now it's got a 373.
Much better.
A Fat Man rack and pinion front end.
All right, so what about this paint job and body work?
The bed was just too far gone to save. So that's all brand spanking new bed and tailgate. And that cover is actually a fellow in Canada makes those covers. That's electric.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Show us how it works. Well, look at that. Painted underneath, finished underneath correctly. I assume that's the battery box, the plastic.
That's the battery box.
Yeah.
The good thing about this cover is it has its own drip rails. So when it rains, water runs all the way up here and it goes down this original square tube in the truck. So nothing in here gets wet. And you can take it off. You can pull these pins, stand it up, and you can lift it right off.
So you could basically have this set up so you just have the brackets down there and a little piece of wire.
That's the gas tank fill.
Yep.
For the Mustang tank.
Yeah, that's been relocated under the bed. We'll put this on the lift and look at it in a minute.
Those are original 1950 bumpers that were sent off and
re-chromed. Cool.
They were ground and filled and chromed. The fenders are all fiberglass. But if you see, they have the original body line in them.
Right, because they're the better fender.
Most of them do not.
Right.
And so we wanted to keep that body line, so we got those fenders.
Looks like torque thrust wheels.
Those are American racing wheels. Four-wheel disc brakes.
Nice solid original. Those are original doors, right? Cab and everything's original?
Yep.
Yep. Oh yeah, this truck when it was found in a field had bullet holes in it. So there's still one bullet hole in it to pay
on
homage.
The inside, not on the outside.
Not on the outside, of course, just on the inside.
It's all brand new glass, all brand new tinted glass.
Yep.
All, of course, brand new rubber.
Yep, got the small back single window.
That's the original 50 seat.
Yep.
Which was rebuilt and recovered.
I see a air conditioning unit hanging under the dash, Steve.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's a vintage air and heat.
So you got your tinted windows and your under dash air, and we need this in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's
look at the sweat on Steve's head there. Hood looks really good.
Yeah.
Grill looks really cool.
That's brand new stainless. These are brand new. But all the rest of the stainless and the chrome is the original.
Yeah. How about these headlights? Are those?
Those are, of course,
aftermarket, but they're kind of fancy, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. But they're not LED.
Nope. LED lights. There's one on the firewall you can see, and then all around that air cleaner underneath is LED lights.
Oh, that's cool.
So when you do nighttime shows, it's
Are they blue or just white
no,
light?
they're just white with all that chrome.
What kind of carburation we got?
That is a Holley Avenger.
Avenger, yeah.
I think that's what, 570 or something like that. You know, it's vacuum secondary and electric choke, and
Good for this engine.
yeah, and I put the solenoid on it for the air conditioner, so when you turn the air on, it idles it up.
Kick up the idle. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Steve doesn't overlook details. Believe me.
This is Patronic's billet distributor, but you'll notice it's
Looks stock.
it's GM
Oh,
from
you're
the
right.
block up.
You're right. Okay, you're right.
And so anything you ever need for that is, stop
So
it.
you just get a GM old like DR926 cap and it'll fit on there.
Fit right on there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's all. Look at the weld on that radiator. That guy, I wish I could weld like that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, you got no garb on the firewall. It's all been relocated elsewhere to look pretty and be functional.
The VIN tag was, you can have those redone. That's a redone VIN tag.
Redone one. Yep, that's good. I can assure you, I have mastered the English tongue, Steve, and I will. I'll take care of it, irregardless of my profanity. And I don't think I said irregardless in the right context either. So what does that tell you? All right, we got the truck up on the lift now.
This is a frame-off restoration, absolutely.
I like this gas tank relocation for sure.
1966 Ford Mustang.
Yep, it looks just like a Mustang tank.
Fits right in there.
Got the bottom side of the wood bed here. Looks like the frame, has that been painted or powder coated? Painted, looks
Painted,
like.
but it's painted with frame.
Frame
It was
paint.
Osphode and painted with frame paint.
I see 4-wheel disc brakes.
4-wheel disc brakes.
Looks
8.8 rear end with a 373 gear. Trick flow, big cover on it with the, these are
the girdles.
Caps, What you got to realize is this is, of course, overkill because this is not a race motor. This is not a race truck.
Right.
So.
But this looks good.
Well, that was the thing. It had just a plain black cover on it, and because you can see it from the back, I didn't like it.
Right, of course, yes.
So
now let me just tell you one thing about Steve Parker. This guy, I've known him for a long time now. He does overkill on everything. I mean, he's got shelves full of royal purple over there. I guarantee you this thing's just drooling royal purple.
At
every orifice has royal purple running out, right, Steve?
Right down to the chassis greases.
In fact,
synthetic chassis grease.
You might have royal purple running out of every orifice, maybe.
These are what they call slipper springs. So they've been
Slipper
all
springs.
remounted.
Yeah. It looks clean under here is what I like. It looks clean, but it doesn't look overdone.
And the battery switch is actually under the passenger side of the seat. So kind of, when you shut it off, somebody's going to have to hunt for it.
Here's the shifter, looks like.
That's all low car.
Low car shift linkage.
Yeah, this is Summit's brand of fuel pump, which is an exact copy of a Holley pump.
Right.
Overkill.
What kind of exhaust do you have? Flowmaster? No. Magnaflow.
Magnaflow, all stainless.
Good.
This is what they call NASCAR style, it comes out the side.
You got the tips right there.
All the power brake, everything is under the truck.
Right.
So nothing's in the hood, nothing's in the engine compartment. So engine compartment is super clean.
Right.
Because the battery's not there, brakes are not there.
What transmission is this?
This is an AOD.
AOD. Yeah. I see headers up there.
Those are Sanderson ceramics. Well, the front end is, that's a Mustang 2 type.
Correct.
Actually, all this cross member, the whole front end was from Fat Man.
Right, Fat Man.
Right. And they were all billet, stainless control arms.
Right.
But I lined my own front ends up. And they're non-adjustable to a point. And so I changed the upper control arms to, I think they're SRT.
Right.
And there
so you've got adjusting sleeves now.
You can adjust anything you want on the front of this.
Right. What do we got here? 302?
302, right out of the Crown Vic. Mild comp cams, camshaft in it, Elderbrock manifold, Holley carburetor, and headers. That's it.
Right.
It was a low mileage car, so it just got a different oil pan to fit in the truck, got a new timing chain assembly.
Roller lifters.
Well, it is now.
It is now, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got the power rack and pinion steering here, that's good.
Yep.
It's a Mustang 2 style as well.
Yep, sway bar.
Sway bar. Aluminum radiator.
Got 2 fans.
Yep.
So, you know, one runs all the time, one if you need, flip it, it's got a switch, you can flip it on for the air.
Yeah, it looks really good under here. I mean, it's been driven. It's not mirror finish quality, but it's really nice and really clean, and there's no rust anywhere at all. And I can promise you that Steve Parker, if there's so much as a little glitch in one of these linkages for the shifter or anything like that,
Yeah.
he won't lose a wink of sleep. Or wait,
Yeah.
I'm saying that right? He will lose a wink of sleep until it's
Till it's
fixed.
fixed,
Yeah, he's
That's
just
why
that
it's
way.
all low car. I mean, there's no
Yeah,
you can't,
quality.
You can't go wrong with that stuff.
Exactly.
There's not one zip tie on this truck. Everything is all in these circle
Padded clamps,
with a
yeah.
rubber liner in them.
Yeah, I see it right up there. No, this is really nice. I mean, this is not some, you know, amateur job here at all. It's good stuff.
The first show this truck went to was at Pigeon Forge, Dollywood. They have an F1 truck show. That's all there is F1 trucks. This wasn't that show. Its very first.
Really?
It was its very
So this
first
is a
trip.
show-winning truck.
Absolutely.
Very good.
And a lot of the stuff came from Summit Racing in Georgia's store, because that's closest to us
The
here in
Atlanta,
Florida.
yeah.
Yeah, and they have a big car show, and it won that show. And the picture that they took of it at that show was on their next catalog.
Yeah.
There may be a few of these trucks for sale, but I'll guarantee you it's not like this one. This is how the truck was found in the field. You can
Right.
see behind an old barn.
Yeah, kind of a behind the barn find, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, it's come a long way, hasn't it?
yeah.
It still was a pretty solid truck, though.
This is the original V8 flathead that was in it,
Cool.
but there's the frame on 2 engine stands that you use for a rotisserie.
Oh, that's a good idea. Really good idea.
Yeah.
I guess that means
an antenna that we put on there, but I never put a radio in it
Oh.
because I didn't want to cut the dash, and so
Yeah.
my plan always was. So you can see it's just cardboard.
Yeah.
I was going to take that out and make an aluminum plate, put a radio there, but it's like, you know, usually we're in there talking and we're going to a show, and it's like, you know, okay, well now I got to put speakers somewhere, and I just decided not to do it. I kind of wish I didn't put the antenna on, but
Well, you know, it'll be a good upgrade for whoever buys the truck, because you can get Bluetooth modules
you're
that
right.
are completely
and
hidden.
somebody, you know, will probably drive it more
Yeah.
than I do. You know, I
Yeah.
got 3 other, like, how many can you drive?
I know, that's part of the problem with this.
Yeah.
Speaking of driving it, you think we could go drive this thing?
Absolutely.
All right. Right here? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Cool. Got a door pull here. I finally managed to shoehorn my chubby rear end in this truck, and
Imagine that. In
Yeah, it looks-
1950, they thought about door pulls that
Yeah.
weren't vinyl.
That's
They
right.
Wouldn't pull off. Omega gauges. And
Yeah.
This is a Sun Super Tac.
cool.
And this is where the radio would normally have went.
Right.
We put the radio delete thing in. And,
Right.
I mean, ashtray is, you know.
Yeah, perfect, yeah.
I mean, everything is
Clean.
the original brake pedal.
Yeah, I see that.
Round
Mm-hmm.
brake pedal, but all the gas pedal linkage, that's all low car.
Yeah. Cool.
All low car stuff.
Nice billet steering wheel.
Yep.
Yep. Check out that horn. Is that the
Windshield wiper, that's the original spot for the.
really?
Yeah.
That's where they put it, but were they originally vacuum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
so
is 2-speed electric.
2-speed electric. That's great.
And
Cool.
if it's a nice day, you don't have to run the air. You can flip your.
Flip your vent up. Oh yeah, of course.
Flip your vent up. That all still works.
Wow, excellent.
All new
Cool.
visors.
New visor, got a nice dome light here.
Dome light.
Yeah. Very cool. Little Ford sticker up there in the headliner.
Yeah, gotta have that.
And a nice cardboard headliner.
Which is
Nice one though.
Which is original.
Original.
I mean, this one is not original, but that's
Right.
that's
Original
what they,
style.
That's what they were.
Correct.
Cardboard. You know, so.
Just the viewpoint in one of these old trucks with that pointy long hood, it kind of gives you that whole airplane, aerospace,
Yeah,
which
it's a little deceiving to pull into somewhere,
right,
because you don't realize that, you know, they call these fat fenders. You don't realize how far that fender is sticking out, because all
Right.
you can see is
the point.
hood.
Correct. Yeah. So you got to be careful when you're like parking in next to a car or something.
Absolutely.
Or a post.
At the car shows, there is no parking unless somebody is backing you up.
Of course. Yeah. Yes.
Drive truck. It's not a race truck, not a performance vehicle. It's, even though it's got the NASCAR style exhaust, which is kind of right just past the door.
Yeah.
It's quiet.
It is pretty quiet. It's got that nice, it kind of reminds me of like if it had like a Mustang drivetrain, which it essentially kind of does.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you cruise around like an old Fox body Mustang, I've had lots of those. I mean, in a convertible especially, and you have some Flowmasters on it. It sounds a lot like this, actually, but I would suspect this would be a pretty reliable truck to tool around in.
That's the thing, you know, a lot of, you know, people are building these hot rod cars now. They're all about, you know, these LS motors and fancy
computers and harnesses and all kinds of things
which is
like
okay.
That. Yeah,
but
it's fun.
You know, all of my cars are all just HEI type ignition and carburetor, because, you know, if something happens to the distributor or the carburetor, you can wheel into an Advanced Auto Parts. You can buy a whole distributor for $50. You can buy a whole carburetor for $250, and no matter where you are, you just drop it on and drive on.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to be a college graduate to figure out how to.
Yeah, you need a hot wire, a ground, and a few parts, and a set of keys. Yes, keep it simple, stupid, right, Steve?
Yeah.
But we do have air conditioning, and it does work. Wow, that feels good.
Yeah, let's turn this.
You know, Steve, I kind of like this one right over here where it's aimed. You know what I mean? That's a pretty good little vent there. You call that the swamp cooler. How we doing on gas, Steve?
We're a little shy on gas.
Uh-oh. Well,
but I have found that it'll go a long ways on empty.
Cruising around in a 74-year-old truck with air conditioning on. So, I mean, it's peppy enough, I would say. It's not a race truck, but you can certainly pass somebody without, you know, worrying for your life. That's for sure. By the way, I've never been in this truck before, guys. In fact, every time I've gone over to see Steve, I've seen his other cars plenty of times, helped him work on them and things, but this truck has always been covered up. I think I've seen the nose of it one time, and this is my first experience with it, and I gotta say, this thing is fantastic. It really is. And I fit well in here. That's what I like about it, Steve.
Yeah.
You know.
And like I say, because these cabs get narrow, you know, it kind of matches that hood design.
Yeah.
You know, their, I guess, nickname, if you will, was a dog box.
Yes.
And so, you know, that's, you know, if you need to put a car seat in here and two large adults, this is not going to be for you.
Yeah.
It does have shoulder harnesses.
Yes.
And I mean, it has.
Yeah, it's got seat belts. It's got proper seat belts.
Yeah.
I see what you mean by the fat fender here. It's like when you're sitting in the truck like this is what you see. But when you're
you can't see. I can't see that fender at all.
You got a whole silver fender over there, and the only way I can see it now is with my phone. So yeah, you gotta go through the learning curve of all the driving and parking, I assume.
Yeah. But it is a nice truck.
Beautiful truck.
You know, I don't drive it as much as I probably should or could, but you know, I don't really want to have to clean underneath of it.
See, that's kind of one of the reasons I've been buying and driving so much junk, Steve, because you know, I'm kind of lazy by default anyway. Two nice cars and a big pile of crap, you know. That's kind of how I roll now. Well, we have confirmation that the gas gauge does indeed work, Steve.
Yes.
Yes. E doesn't mean enough. So here we are, a little detour in our situation. And I just heard thunder from up above, so that's always good. Every dark cloud has a silver lining. Even that one. Okay, guys, two things here. One, I'm learning how to use this new drone that I bought. And I've got fat thumbs and the joysticks are about the size of Tic Tacs, so there's that. Number two, if you're looking for a 1950 Ford pickup or any of those series of Ford pickups from the 50s, this thing is absolutely top shelf, top notch in every way. It's a fantastic truck, and my really good friend Steve is very particular, and I would never hesitate to purchase something from this guy. His work is very high caliber, and he's extremely particular about what he has and how he takes care of things. If you have any questions about this truck and you're interested in the purchase of it, it will be on eBay at one point, or you can email me directly at greasebellygarage@gmail.com. And in the meantime, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us for a little bit and looking at this beautiful truck. And have a great day.
Thanks for watching there, Fun Seeker. Thanks for tuning in, Fun Seekers. Thanks for watching there, Fun Seekers. Be sure and tune in again.